So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my 2007 Honda Civic into an RV. We all have to start somewhere, right? Well, I'm choosing to start here. Yes, so I'm living in my car and I'm currently staying just outside of Acadia National Park. But how did I get here from the previous video? Well, I spent the last month renovating my car and turning it into a makeshift RV. So much has happened. Let me get you up to speed, but first, I need coffee. All right, let's begin. So I've summarized my progress into 12 simple steps. Let me break them down for you. The first thing that I did was to remove my car seats so that I could see exactly how much space I was actually working with. Then I took measurements of my car's interior. This car is essentially a tiny home and therefore space is of the utmost importance. I have to be proactive in maximizing what I have. So I had to develop a plan of action, one that started with the end in mind. I clearly identified what I wanted this tiny home to have and then planned around that. Now, while planning, I realized that my #1 priority is a bed. So to put first things first, I realized that if I couldn't find a way to sleep comfortably in my camp car, then none of this would matter, because if I cannot get quality sleep, then this lifestyle change will not be sustainable. So I tested out several variations until I found a bed setup which I was happy with, and I can say that it's been working out really well so far. Time was of the essence, and I was considering handing in my letter of resignation, despite those closest to me telling me that this was a bad idea. I had to dedicate as much time as I could to my camp car build because I had to be out of my apartment by July. It was a tough decision to make, but ultimately I went with my gut because I believe that I can always make more money, and I can't do that with my time. So I did what I thought was the right thing to do. My US tax return came at the perfect time, as I used most of it to service my car. My car's maintenance is obviously a priority, as I'll be living in it for the foreseeable future. So whatever money remained after its service, I decided to dedicate to building this camp car. This is a big one. So sleeping in my car made me feel as if I was living in a glass box. So I got my windows tinted. In addition, I got these window sleeves for the back windows, which give me the option of rolling them down at night for airflow without compromising my need for privacy. When I started piecing everything together, I realized that I needed the input of others. So I reached out to a few people and put together like an unofficial A-team. The members are as follows. My best friend, whom I call on for moral and emotional support. I quickly realized that I needed a blueprint, a strategy from someone who was actively doing what it is I aspire to do. So I reached out to a YouTuber by the name of Katie Carney for insights on how to sustainably live in my car and document my journey via a YouTube channel. Next was an acquaintance who later became a friend, a pro photographer who helped show me how to use my camera. Truth is, I don't know anything about photography or cinematography. I've never even owned a camera before. So having a friend who could help me navigate the learning curve was extremely beneficial. In life, I think it's crucial to know what lies outside of your skill set. I had this vision of building this camp car, but no idea or clue on how to actually build it. So I reached out to my friend Rich, and we sat down and I communicated this vision to him. He was as excited as I was and very eager to help. The original plan was to stop by Home Depot to purchase some plywood and just use that to build my camp car. However, one day as I was driving to the post office, I saw some furniture left on the side of the road and decided to save both time and money and just use that. Once I had all of the materials, I decided to drive over to Rich's house to start building the camp car. Okay, so just arrived at the house. Car's all set up, no seats in it. These are the wood desks that I'm going to use in the car build itself. It has like pretty cool fancy drawers. We're gonna be able to install in the car. With little under 2 weeks left on my lease, I dedicated what little free time I had towards selling all of my stuff. I posted on local sale sites. I sold things to friends. Whatever I didn't sell, I simply donated to the Salvation Army. So once my camp car was built, I decided to test it out for 10 days by going on a road trip up the East Coast. This test took place in somewhat of a controlled environment. What I mean by that is many of my friends knew about what I was doing, and I knew that if anything happened that I couldn't handle, I could simply call them. So I drove here to Acadia National Park, the birthplace of this YouTube channel. This is exactly the type of stuff that I will be doing as I travel across America to complete my 25 before 25 list. Therefore, I'm going to be proactive in identifying the challenges that I may face and develop a plan of action so that I'm more prepared for when things inevitably do go wrong. Because that's life. Things will eventually go wrong. Well, that's all the updates I have for you. I will upload again after my 5-day real-world test in Acadia National Park. Ooh, thanks for watching, and remember, even though in life things inevitably do go wrong, you only get one shot, so